And breaking news, the President of the United States of America just bought these two AI stocks. And with his recent track record, these AI stocks might be getting ready to explode. Hence the fire behind me. I want to take this moment to give the President of the United States a big shout out. Thank you for giving the advantage to us, the rich. One step ahead of retail.
Years, the market rewarded those who knew things first. They called it illegal. Not anymore. Introducing Truth API. Tariffs at 2 a.m., you're already short. A pardon for a major shareholder, you bought at the open. Restarting the Iran war, you'll know first. Truth API. It's not insider trading when the insider sells you the feed. Just $100,000 a month, which, let's be honest, you'll make back by Tuesday. Truth API. It's but real. Not available to poor people.
So for you retail out there that are so confused this morning because we just had a dismal, you know those things called jobs? Dismal jobs report. And stock markets go up. So you come to me. Number one, why stock market go up? I'm confused. And should I buy like what Trump is? And the answer is yes and no. Because you pay me the big bucks, we're going to look at that. We're going to look at what is happening this morning and can you make money off of this? All right, so first things first, coming in from Yahoo Finance. Man, loved Yahoo. Back in the day, chasing a squirrel, there was no Google. It was Yahoo. There's also a company called Alta Vista. They were search engines. And I'm like, I'm Google, $100 a share? Are you crazy? Yahoo was trading at like 20. Yeah, I've been trading for that long. But anywho, but Motley Fool, one more squirrel. Hold on, I'll get there. They're like, buy the S&P 500, which I did spy. I'm buying that for 56 years. I was a good investor, but that is not what makes digits go up. President Trump buys two AI stocks that Wall Street says are undervalued. Well, tell us, analyst. I don't even need to read the article. I could just look. I know it's Google and it's Meta because that's his bro. Marky Mark and the Zuck Bucks. So now analysts are going to say, well, they're so undervalued, so buy until they go more undervalued. Take one of the biggest assets, the bond market, TLT. That would be the stock if you wanted to buy it. And it's like, yeah, this is the lowest it's ever been. And I'm like, that's a Head and Shoulders. You break that, you could get it for a lot less. I showed my YouTube audience how to be an investor, and I am still underwater. Now I come here every day. We shall look at Google. I traded this morning, and I'm like, okay, my buy order is set. Oh, hey, this is live. There we go. Why did it go up? It went up because the exact same thing I just told you about. This is a Head and Shoulders. It's just upside down. This is a consolidation. I knew it was going to break that, go up here, find support at that. Well, actually, you measure it here. Huh. So this actually works? Well, if you know what you're doing, absolutely. Also, if you're wondering, what are these indicators? This is my Black Friday. Been working on this for a year. If you buy there, guess what happens? Now let's turn everything off because some people are like, I don't have the money for indicators. Okay, it's nothing. All right, so let's jump ahead. How did I trade the morning open? I have to be honest with you. I was a dirty banana. I traded in the no-no zone. Gets you dirty. Here, I actually entered. I'm like, okay, we're going up. This is bullish. It's a hammer. Now again, for my new traders, this is the no-no zone. See the 200 and the 20? This is very unknown. Everything that I am sharing right now, it's all right here. This is like your user manual. A $2.99 and you get access to between 50 to 100 videos, and then I constantly add to it. And then you're gonna go, I'm glad I paid $2.99, not $3.99, like right before he rose the prices. Can you believe between 50 to 60,000 students? Unbelievable. Thank you. Thank you for trusting me. So I got in, I got out. Red, I'm like, okay, are you going to go green, red, green? No, we're not. But I made lots of digits going up on this one. Green, red. No, now we're going red. I may have had a little buy here. I'm like, okay, we're gonna go up. No, we're not. Oh, okay, get out. So you win some, you lose some, and then now you're in the no-no zone, and you can't get above that. I was caught again on a wick, and I was like, oh, wow, what's this? Oh, It could be consolidation. They call it the orb. It's the first 15 minutes. It goes into a range, but you're in the no-no zone. Like, this is just a disaster. You're going to have to wait until you break some levels up above that, or you can maybe here lower, but nope, sorry. Back in that range again until it did what I just showed you, which was my beautiful, and I can't get the drawing back, but it was that Head and Shoulders, and I saw it. I knew it. I'm like, you break that, we is going higher. How do you know we is going higher? We're going higher because you're above the 200. You're above the 20. You're consolidating. Just go. Get ready. Here we go. Boom. Now, piggies get fed. Hogs get slaughtered. If you're not exiting up here, like you have to. I mean, you don't have to, but you got red. Look. Here it is. You got green, red. Nope. Give it up. Red. Nope. Red. No. Now you're doing the same pattern thing, just going the wrong way. Just stop. You know, on this one, you're like, I am done. What are you going to do? You're probably going to bounce on the 20. You go below that, now we're going to come to the 200. And a move like that, just like you just set it. You just set it, forget it, and then if it breaks under, that's it. 81.50 times 20. And in my head, 2 times 8 is 16, which would be $1,600 or $160 on the way up, whichever one you want. All right, let's jump over and take a look at Alphabet. Well, if you're doing it on the 2-minute, a different picture, but you're still doing that whole Head and Shoulders-ish thing again. Oh, you got a 45 sell zone? So let me just help you. If you break that, you take profit. All right, so pulling back from my big picture, investors this is a great time to buy the dip. It's always opposite. Look, sell zone, buy zone, super duper buy zone, extra super duper buy zone. So that indicator actually has back end data, so you pay the 100,000 or where all the buy orders are and sell orders are. Wouldn't that be amazing? Also, isn't it interesting how the media is like, this is a great time to buy the top. You do know people are paid. All you have to do is, on the daily, this is one of my indicators, wanted to swing trade it. When it goes 789, that's the top. It's going to pull back. See over here, the 789, boop, that's a swing trade. Boop, swing trade 7-8. Oh, okay. Just don't be a greedy little pig. You telling me that $1,000 a day, $1,500 a day, 500, that doesn't help? And I took one of my students. I said, broke. No, do not email me. Be like, I want to be the student. And I said, copy everything that I do, and within 30 days, $100,000. True story, because if it wasn't, I would end up going to hell, and I don't want to go to hell because it's eternity. But be very specious, and that. My brain is drunk. The Trump administration could soon create the mother of all AI bottlenecks. These stocks. Guys, learn the fracking charts. This will lead you down some of the craziest rabbit holes. But this is such a crystal ball into so many things. This is lumber. Timber. Now, would I be shorting it right here? No, because it's going to bounce, Larry. But this should be like a little forecast to your housing market. But no wood is bad. Strong wood is good. Unless it's like 4 a.m. and what are you going to do with it, right? I say congratulations on having high testosterone. I mean, you could use it as like a kickstand, like your bike, if you're a side sleeper, just perfect. Nice 45 degree. You don't fall over. Wall Street reacts. I did too. Shocking July job losses, and the market just sells off. This is a pretty horrendous report. Everyone click the sell. Wait, hold on. Break this just in. Stock market's up. But bravo, the stock market is up because that means that the Fed might cut rate. No. It's just everyone has to find something for why the stock market goes up or down. It's always the charts, just people are too lazy to figure it out. So if everyone loses their job and the market goes up, they'll be like, it's the Fed. Even though the Fed does nothing. I mean, sometimes they'll put the little Federal Reserve note on there. This is our IOU. You can only use our sheets of paper if you want to trade. The Fed does absolutely nothing, and I know everyone yells at me. You don't know. You're not an economist. You're not even an analyst. Well, AI says I am. Allow me to briefly explain in under 5 seconds what the Fed does. Okay? They have a balance sheet. Ta-da! But bravo, they buy stocks. No, they don't. No. The Fed, they create money. No, they don't. But he came out on TV and he clearly said, yes, we print money. Now you believe the Fed. They don't print money. They print reserves that they call money in their system. It doesn't leave the system. But a Ponzi scheme, you need three. That little private bank that they call the Fed, that's not the Fed, and it's not, maybe it's in their little world, it's a bank. Have a balance sheet that has been running off. And they have windows and they do loans just like a regular bank. Fed lends, they don't spend. They also don't control interest rates. Yeah, they do. It's the overnight lending. It doesn't matter. Here, banks, this is what you can lend overnight. Woo! Yeah, but that's the interest rate. See, they control no, they don't. The bond market does, Dave. But all of that noise, don't listen to them. Get up or don't get up. I don't care. Just lay there and go, oh, look, CRW. Bravo said CRWD. That's a swing trade. It's an A setup. Click button. Yes, but Donald Trump said, you're buying the top again, Mark. You're falling for them. But yes, Google's fine. Take the swing trade, get out. CRWD, take the swing trade, get out. This was a great one. Reverse, next swing up, 789, get out. If you took that's 14%. If you do leverage, which I teach my students to do, 823%. Thanks. If you know what you're doing. But if you're like, so I listened to Donald Trump, I went in with leverage because that's what the CNBC, and then I lost 800. Yes, you're bass backwards. Also, I have a watch list, like I just showed you, that CRWD. It's like, what, between $1 to $2 a day? Here's the A+ setups. Thank you, Bravo. Now I shall go back to work. But I do not permit you to buy that unless you know how to. You need a manual. Get the manual first. Don't put the cart before the horse. And with that, I will see you in the next trade.